Man, hard to believe. Week 6 shook the world. Alabama goes down. Other ranked teams in the top 10, Notre Dame goes down. Well, they had gone down the week before. But, I mean, Penn State played Iowa, so there was another top 10 team that went down. Just
absolutely.
Yep.
Did you see the video of when the kicker for Texas A&M got the field goal and his mom watching?
No, I didn't see it.
His whole family watching. Oh, you have to Google it. It's like the most emotional, moving video ever. I started to cry when I watched it. So I think all of us moms could relate, and dads being in that position, uncles, aunts, where you're sitting there watching such a pivotal field goal, and your son, nephew, whatever is a kicker. It was amazing. She jumps over the thing, runs onto the field. Almost has me tearing up now. It was adorable.
Nice.
Oh, it was. It was a wonderful moment.
Well, the big wonderful moment for us today was we were added to Audacy Podcast Network, our picks from the Doghouse. Pretty exciting that they added us.
It is. It's really exciting. So now you guys can listen to us podcast style on there.
Yep, you could listen to us there. And, of course, we're already on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. We're on, and what's that other one? Spotify.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. iHeartRadio.
You can find us everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We really are.
We're almost overexposed.
No, I don't think so.
We're overexposed. Anyways, we're going to talk college football today. Look at the upcoming college football schedule.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people with us today, and that's fine. They're all watching the baseball game or didn't get notifications. But the White Sox, they had the 1-0 lead, and Rodon made some bad pitches, got the bases loaded, and the Astros, of course, took advantage. It's 2-1 Astros, but a runner on third with nobody out.
Okay.
Let's start looking ahead to some of these games. We normally skip the weekday games because we beat those into the ground on the other live shows. But we got Florida LSU, USF Tulsa, Cincinnati UCF, Indiana Michigan State, Northwestern Rutgers, Auburn Arkansas, Minnesota Nebraska, Texas Oklahoma State, Missouri Texas A&M, all at noon on Saturday. It's a good opening of the card. It's not the best looking college football schedule, to be honest with you, but we've got some good games in there.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting Saturday for sure. One of these lines that I'm really looking at is Michigan State. I thought they would have been favored by a lot more points than 5. I think this is an easy cover for them against Indiana. What do you think of that one, Mitch?
It just looks almost too easy, and it's like we know in the Big Ten there are no really easy games. So it should be, maybe the game is going to be a little closer than what we think. Maybe they're just trying to scare us off Michigan State by putting that line there. But to me, it looks almost too easy at the minus 5.5. But it hurt if I didn't bet it and it came in.
Right, because you look at Indiana, this team isn't covering either. I think they've covered one of their last 6 against the spread. So, yeah, that looks like easy money for me. But like you said, it seems a little fishy. Why?
It just seems too low. You would think that it would be 10, the way Michigan State's been playing and the way that Indiana's playing. Well, the White Sox got one out, ground ball to Moncada. Did not advance the runner there to home. And then, an attempted bunt here. Kopech just throws so damn hard. Of course, he was part of the Chris Sale trade to Boston. Actually, that combination right there, that combined for that last out, Moncada with Kopech pitching, those were 2 of the players involved in the Chris Sale to Boston trade that Chicago got back in return. 2 good players, man. They really work people over on those trades.
Absolutely, they have. Do you know if Indiana's quarterback is out?
Penix Jr., right? Let's see
yeah.
What he has to say for himself.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing anything on that.
Questionable.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay, so no.
So who said that?
But if you like Michigan State, take it now.
Cliff, stop making things up. I think Cliff has been watching my videos for 10 years plus.
Oh, I love it.
It's like after a while, you get to know everybody. You recognize all the names and all the people.
Yeah.
All these years.
Oh, for sure. What about this Texas A&M and Missouri game? We know Texas A&M has come off a huge win. Do you think they carry momentum, or do you think they're beat up as hell?
It's definitely a letdown spot.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But
do you think this line is inflated because of their last win?
Usually
at
it
9?
Is.
Yeah.
See if I can find what exactly is going on here in that one.
Yeah, I'm seeing a spread of 9 in this, a total of 60.5. I'm just looking at this going, I think the books have got it higher than it should be.
I see some 8.5s too.
Okay.
Missouri now 3-3, but they've been terrible against the run. 0-6 against the number from Missouri this year. Texas A&M hasn't really played a true road game, only neutral site. And Kopech gives up the single right down the middle. 3-1 Astros. Joe Madden's lousy pick.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go against your White Sox, but you made a comment yesterday that it's never good for the White Sox to have a delay, and I had to read more into that, and you were dead right on the button. So you helped me. Look at you being all helpful.
It's a load of crap.
Now, another one I like is Rutgers. I think Rutgers is going to do great against Northwestern. This spread of only 2. I could see them winning this by a touchdown.
Seems almost too easy as well. I gave out Rutgers in the video that I did already, but not necessarily one that I'm jumping off the. Who knows? By Saturday, maybe I will be.
I like the over in this one too. Total of 45. I think this can definitely go over, especially if Northwestern puts up a fight in this.
Got Minnesota, Nebraska. Nebraska's been playing tough, 3-4. They might be the best 3-4 team in the country. Yeah. 4-2 against the number, while Minnesota 3-2. Ever since they lost Ibrahim in that first game, their whole team has kind of really wilted around it. But 3 wins, get 3 more, they're bowl eligible, and I think that's all they're really looking for this season.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're also 5-1 against the spread, so I can see them covering in this one.
Got Texas, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, well, if they're going to do anything, they got to win this one. They're a quiet 5-0 on the season. They played some pretty tough teams in there. It's not like, oh boy, the Astros just cheat like crazy.
How are they cheating?
Stealing signs. Sign stealers. Texas defense ranked 107th in the country. We saw them torched by Oklahoma last week. LaRussa coming out to get Kopech. And that will be it for Man Bun.
Yeah, I think this Oklahoma State's team's offense is struggling too much as of late. I think Texas will have their number in this one.
You think I should get a Man Bun?
Yeah.
Think I should do one?
Yeah, it definitely would suit you.
Just grow my hair out in the back and just so I could bun it up.
It's a little bun right on top.
I can't get my hat on today. Why not? It's my man bun's in the way.
Yeah, it's my man bun. It's all good. You take your head off and it just goes like boing straight up. It'd work. It'd suit you, Mitch.
Maybe I'll grow my hair back in.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like a good thing to do for winter.
It's never really winter here.
Yeah, rub it in a little more. You know how cold it was this morning when I woke up? -7 Celsius, which I think when it gets around 0, it is the same in Fahrenheit.
No, I think 0 is 32.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it hits, where does it hit even? Like
I think at
-20?
-10 or something.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
it
you
was a
what.
little chilly this morning.
-7.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not loving it.
19 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Yeah, a little chilly. I had to throw the chihuahua outside. She wasn't impressed with life, you know. None of us were happy.
So -20 Celsius, you get to about -4 Fahrenheit.
Oh, we get -40s here.
So it was
Yeah.
today. It's here. It's 31.1 degrees Celsius.
Hard life. That's
Yep.
tough life over there, Mitch. I don't know how you do it.
You know, sometimes you got to suck it up, Buttercup. That's what they say. You know.
Oh, you'll be saying that to me in like a month here when I'm like on free chat. You're like, "How are you, Joe?" I'm like, -30.
we all
30.
make choices.
Exactly.
That was fun. I was at the farmers market, got rambutan. They had dragon fruit. They had everything, all of our stuff at the farmers market, totally exotic stuff. You know,
I love it. Do you guys have durian over there?
I don't like
Or is that
durian.
just Asian?
I'm not.
No,
it's
either do I.
it's Asian, but it's the one food. I was just talking this with Frank and Vivian, the people that cleaned my house yesterday. It's so like because 2 weeks ago, it's funny that you bring this up. They gave my wife like something that was durian, like a pastry or something. It was like a cookie or something that had like durian.
Yeah.
And they gave it to my wife, and she like lost it. She like lost it, and so we called them to tell them, and they were just dying laughing, you know. So the guy who does the like weird foods, Andrew Zimmerman,
Yeah.
right? He's eaten like everything, bugs, scorpions, you know, you name it, he's eaten it. Can't do durian. That's the one food that got him.
No. So when you cook it and like put it in a cookie, does it still smell the same?
Oh, it's hideous. I mean,
Still.
like, terrible.
Because when I traveled Asia, I was always like so confused. Like, what are these signs with the fruit, like with the X? Like, you can't bring durian to the airport. You can't like take it anywhere. And then in Taiwan, I was like, what is that smell? And they're showing me this fruit. I'm like, how can a fruit smell that bad? And people love it.
Yeah,
I would
it's
not
something
try
that
it.
like if it's either you love it or you hate
Yeah.
it. It's like either your favorite of favorites, like a treat, you know,
Yeah.
or it's like you really hate it, you know, like most
Oh.
people.
Yeah, for sure. I have a friend actually that loves it. And he said, all you have to do is plug your nose before you eat it. I'm like, anything I have to plug my nose for.
We have
Not eating.
we have
That's a
noni
rule.
here, which is
What's noni?
like blue cheese. It
Oh,
smells
okay.
like- it's not good.
No, doesn't sound like it would be any good. Just
It's a
like
superfood.
stinky tofu.
It's a
Oh,
super.
it is.
Yes.
See, I like cheese, and I do like some blue cheese, but
No. This is a fruit.
stinks.
That's like
Oh, it's a fruit.
nasty.
Any others you're liking in this time slot, Mitch?
Not durian, that's for sure.
You're not going to go pick some up after the show?
I think the Arkansas Auburn game is one that I will definitely be watching. I don't know if I'll have a pick. I'm so down on Bo Nix. I mean, it's like up against any good team, he just seems to fall flat on his face, just every single time. I think Florida LSU is always good. It's a rivalry, and Florida always plays LSU extremely tough. It's weird because one's LSU's in the SEC West, Florida in the SEC East, but they do play each other every single year. It's just like one of those games. LSU always plays Florida. They always play Alabama. So it's like, and it's just they always they have a very, very tough schedule every year because they always play those two teams, regardless of what side they're on or anything.
Absolutely. It's going to be a battle in this one. Florida hasn't been covering on the road, and then we've got LSU that hasn't been covering at all.
Oh, the quarterback play just last week against Kentucky just really, I would rather eat the durian than watch that again. That was just terrible. It was so bad.
Oh, I'd rather eat the durian emoji.
Yeah, I'd rather eat the durian. We should have that.
That's me, then bet on Kansas again. Rather eat the durian.
My wife's she's gonna, like you brought that, it's like, oh man. Like if Frank was here, Frank and Vivian, they would be laughing so hard. Another
awesome.
big hit allowed by the White Sox. Oh man. Clears the bases. 5-1.
Oh, wow.
Not pretty.
What was the total in that game again?
It's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's
8
what
and a
I
half,
thought.
maybe.
Yeah. It's getting up there, that's for sure.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Nothing personal. 3:30 slot. Virginia Tech and Pitt. Baylor, BYU, Miami, North Carolina, Colorado, Arizona, Kentucky, Georgia, Iowa, Purdue, all in that same slot, along with Fresno, Wyoming.
You know which one I'm really excited for? This Kentucky and Georgia one. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. Tons of points for this spread, 23.5 I'm seeing. I don't know if Georgia covers it because I'm looking at more of an under game. What do you think, Mitch?
I love Georgia in this one. I can't stand Kentucky. They burned me twice recently, so going to have to go against them.
Okay.
Did me dirty. It's purely personal.
What do you think of the total then? Are you looking more of an under game? 43.5. That's where I think the best bet is.
I like the over.
Okay. You see it going up?
Yeah, I like the over.
Okay.
At least at the first glance. I think Iowa beats Purdue, but it's down to 11.5 from 12.5. Purdue's not very good either. They've disappointed me.
Yeah, they've disappointed me too, actually, watching them. I don't know. They haven't been jiving as well as I thought they would have this year.
No, that game against Minnesota, they were absolutely terrible last time out. Losing 20-13 at home in a game they were favored by 1.5. They never really were leading in that game either. They just, it's Minnesota. It's not Ohio State or something.
Yeah, exactly.
They were at home in that game too.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see this being another under one as well in this matchup between these two teams. I don't think both have been scoring very much at all.
So BYU coming off their first loss of the season last week against Boise. I think they're in trouble again here against Baylor. This one up to 6 from 4.5. I think BYU is kind of exposed. I said last week on the show that I thought BYU is the worst undefeated team in college football. And we saw it last week. They were pretty much undressed in that game by the Broncos.
Absolutely. And I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Baylor. I think they're really clicking this year, and I think they easily cover the spread and get another win.
So Miami plays against North Carolina. North Carolina just starched them last year at Miami. We've seen North Carolina upset twice now this season. Virginia Tech, and then last week outrighted by Florida State, despite the smirk by Brian Bitler given to me when I gave out Florida State in our VIP picks. It's 17.5 point dogs winning outright in that game by 10. He was only off by 27.5. What's 4 touchdowns among friends? But Miami's just really has not been good, and De'Aaron King now out for the season for Miami. So I think it's a good thing for Miami that King is gone. It gives them a chance to. They have 2 good young quarterbacks. I'm not so sure I like Van Dyke, the guy who's in there. I'm hoping that we see Garcia. I kind of like. I like North Carolina there, but I'd love to see Miami, one of these young quarterbacks emerge. Garcia is supposed to be really good, so I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Mitch. I like North Carolina on this. I think Miami just needs to rebuild for the rest of the season.
Can we just take a second here to talk about how bad Carson Wentz sucks? I mean,
sure.
He just sucks. Sucked in Philly.
Okay, let me time
sucks in
that.
Indy.
19 minutes, 46 seconds. Wentz.
Sucks. It's like, man, this guy just sucks. I mean, terrible. Just not good. It's like, he's really good. Brian's 1-4, you know? It's like his one win was against the Dolphins, who've been terrible.
Yeah.
Vandy against South Carolina. Vandy has been really bad this season. I mean, really bad. I laid 39 with Florida last week against them, shamelessly as a premium pick. Put my name behind it. 39 points they were laying, and Florida played terrible and still covered.
Yeah.
It had nothing to
Absolutely.
do with the way Vandy was doing.
Yeah, give me South Carolina in this one. I think the Gamecocks come out and get this win for sure, and huge cover. 20 points. They've got it.
Yep, I think so too. 18.5. It's down to a steal.
Nice.
Texas
That is a
Tech.
steal.
Texas Tech against Kansas. Kansas is another Joe Madden team up against
fade.
Texas Tech, who really was disappointing last week against TCU.
They will. They'll have a bounce back in this one, right? If they can't beat Kansas by this many points, just go home. Right? They've got it.
Let's see what else we got here. So we head into the later games. We got Oklahoma against TCU. Oklahoma coming off that miracle win against Texas. You got Alabama coming off of the loss to Texas A&M, laying 17 at Mississippi State. We got Kansas State plus 6.5 against Iowa State. That one up from 4.5. Then we have Washington State plus 1.5 coming off the win over Oregon State up against Stanford. Tennessee versus Ole Miss. Tennessee only plus 3 in this game. Ole Miss's offense has really been explosive. Boston College plus 3 at home against NC State. NC State generally not a very good road team. Love Boston College in that one. You guys can write it down now. I'm going to give that out as a premium pick. So,
I like it.
There's a freebie right out of the gate.
Yeah. Anyone watching, congratulations on getting that. I like Stanford against Washington State. I think they come out and win and cover in this matchup. You know, Stanford's been strong against the spread. They're 6-3 in their last 9. And, you know, Washington State just hasn't had everything together. They're, 7-3 straight up in their last 10. So they're still hitting 70% of their games, but they're not covering against that spread.
No, they're not good. They're not good at all. I'm with you on that one on Stanford, who didn't look so great last week, but should look better in this spot, I would think.
Yeah. Well, they definitely are the better team here. Right? I don't think their record reflects it. Are they 3-3 now? 3-3 after last week? I think 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3. They're both at 3-3.
Yeah.
So someone's going to go to the winning side of things.
Absolutely. It'll be Stanford.
White Sox trying to battle back here.
No, they're not giving up.
No, they're not going to give up.
Nope. What do you think about this TCU Oklahoma one, Mitch? I'm looking at a higher scoring game in this one.
I think so too. TCU looked probably as good as they've looked all season last week, and Oklahoma now coming off of the Texas win, a letdown spot. And we've seen Lincoln Riley's teams, let down in the letdown spots over the years. I think it's worth taking a shot on TCU on the money line, I think.
Ooh, that would be good value on the money line for sure.
I like big money line bets. And
absolutely.
I also like Kansas State plus the points against Iowa State, also taking a shot on the money line there.
I like that. They've been covering Kansas State. They're 5-2 against the spread in their last 7.
Yeah, Kleinman's one of the best cover coaches.
Yeah.
Yep, scared
Definitely
money
good
don't
there.
make money. I never say that. I always just say I play to win. It's like I don't play. I think it's kind of the same thing. It's like I never play to not lose. I always play to win.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I have a real hard time getting behind teasers unless you're teasing a whole bunch within a parlay, because the value is just not there for the amount of risk you've got.
That's what I always say. Anytime you have to have multiple outcomes for a lower payout, it doesn't matter how many, there's a reason So when you go to a regular sports book and not, the online ones, when you go to a real Vegas sports book, or, they have these cards all by the register. They're all bright orange, bright yellow, bright green. They're all the teaser cards and parlay cards. And they put them right by the register, the same place like if you were in Walmart, where they put the Snickers bar or the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or the Nestle's Crunch or whatever, right? They put it right next to the register. It's brightly colored. Why? It's easy sell. It's easy money. Yep. And that's what they do at the sports book. It's the exact same thing. So
absolutely.
If they want you to do it that bad, oh, man, you don't want to do it.
Well, they're making all their profits off those. Right, so the amount they make off the hard parlays and everything is crazy.
So this Tennessee Ole Miss game, the total is set at 82. That's 11 touchdowns, a field goal, and change on that one. So definitely they're expecting to see some scoring. You got the number 2 ranked offense in Ole Miss and number 19 Tennessee. Tennessee really runs the football. Ole Miss really throws the football. But both these teams score tons of points and give up tons of points. What's up? Oh, we went to the farmer's market, and my wife brought a bag of Lilikoi with her to the market, and we sold 4 pounds we got $8. And now people saw that she had the bag of the Lilikoi at the farmer's market. Now they're all texting her. They want to buy Lilikoi from her.
Oh, nice.
$2 a pound. We're gonna. I don't need to do these videos anymore.
There you go. So, Mitch, in this matchup, I think it's going to be a high-scoring one, but Ole Miss is coming in after getting a shootout win over Arkansas. Do you think that's going to have any effect in how they play in this one? Do you think they're going to come in tired?
I think that's just the way that they play, and I think it's just going to be shootout mode all the way. We saw Tennessee score points in a hurry, and the Ole Miss defense is just absolutely hideous. 106th against the run, allowing 193.6 yards per game, 31 points per game. Yeah, I could see just points in bunches in this thing.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be the same way.
I always enjoy taking the over when it's like in 10 touchdowns plus.
Absolutely, especially in college ball. I can't believe some of the high scores we get.
Well, there's so many ways to stop the clock, and in college, so the games you get a lot more plays. Also, it's easier to get a mismatch, a positional mismatch, because the players are recruited. It's not like you have to draft and build and sign free agents and fit in the salary cap. If you can get every top player at everything, well, then you're allowed to do that if you can get it.
Yeah.
So
you're golden.
They try by any means possible. Got the late night games: Washington, UCLA, Wisconsin against Army, Boise State, Air Force, UTEP, La Tech, and Nevada taking on Hawaii. Also, Utah, Arizona State. That should be the best of the bunch.
Yeah, in this, I'm looking at this Army and Wisconsin game. I don't know. I'm torn on this one. I think Wisconsin comes out and gets the win. I think they're the stronger team in this matchup. Do you think they cover, though, Mitch?
I'm taking Army. I'm taking Army on the money line, too. Paul Chris is terrible, and I can see them turning the ball over in that one, too. And then, maybe because they have so much a size advantage, they run them over and act like they've done something. But I'm still going to go with Army in this one. I just, on spite alone. And then I like Arizona State against Utah. I just don't like the quarterback at Utah.
Who's their quarterback again?
I don't know. He stinks.
Okay.
I think he's the guy from
Well, then we don't
South
need to know
Carolina.
his name if he stinks.
Yeah. Carson Wentz.
Utah's also one and...
It's Carson Wentz. Anytime we don't know the quarterback is and he stinks, we'll just call him Carson Wentz. At East Carolina, it's Carson Wentz.
People are going to quote that. They're going to be like, these guys don't even know who the quarterback is. Well, go back to October 12th. We said anytime we don't know the quarterback's name and he stinks, it's Carson Wentz.
It's Wentz.
So there is a disclaimer there. Yeah, Utah's 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games.
His name is Rising. He was actually...
Rising?
I don't think he was the original quarterback this season.
No.
I think they changed him out.
Okay.
He played well last week. We'll cut him some slack.
A little bit.
Any other of these games? We've made it through the schedule. It's actually a lot less games now that there's no more cupcake games.
Yeah, it is a lot less. What about Hawaii and Nevada? I think Nevada comes out and wins this one.
Yeah, Nevada is really tough this year. Hawaii is just so Jekyll and Hyde. It's like you never know what you're going to get with Hawaii each time out. It's like that game against Fresno still sticks out as like, how do they even do something like that? And then you see them play so badly in other spots. 3-3. I mean, this is a typical Hawaii team, probably headed to the Hawaii Bowl, once again.
Yeah. For sure. Do you think Hawaii covers in this?
I think they do. 14 points.
I could see it as well. Yeah. I could see it. And then I like Air Force over Boise State. I think Air Force has a great game here.
So CBS is already doing their bowl projections for this year.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they have Iowa, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Cincinnati in the playoff with Penn State and Alabama just on the outside. And then if that holds serve, it's Alabama, Texas in the Sugar Bowl, Oregon, Penn State in the Rose, Notre Dame, Michigan in the Fiesta, which would be a good one, and Ohio State, Wake in the Peach.
Oh, that would be a great game.
Yep, and then is there New Year's Eve games? I guess there is, but only 3 New Year's Eve games. Normally there's 5.
Wow.
I think it's because of like the way that the schedule falls this year. I think it's one of those years where like Christmas Day or Christmas Eve is like an NFL day or something. I think it's possible. Let me look at my calendar. Because normally there's not a bowl game on Christmas Day, but this year there is.
Okay. And then we still have an NFL game as well.
Yeah, so December 25th is a Saturday this year.
Oh, sweet.
So we're going to have sports outside of just the NBA. Which
it's good to hear.
The more the merrier. Normally there's not a college football game on Christmas Day, and normally Christmas Eve is just the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. Thanks, everyone.
That was nice, quick, and easy, Mitch.
Yeah, not bad. We're getting the hang of it here. But thanks, everyone, for joining us. And maybe we'll get some guests going on these shows.
Yeah, we should.
We should. I'll reach out.
Okay.
I took Chiefs money line and Florida money line because I thought it was safe. Minus 435 is safe.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
What's the highest you'll go in money line?
Usually, like, I don't know. I try and always push it down as far as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But I mean, in boxing or something, I'll go higher. But not on regular games. I don't do like minus 200 or anything like that. I'd rather lay the points. If I don't think that they're going to cover the points, then I just take the underdog.
Yeah.
You know that, and same thing like your teaser philosophy. It's like if I think I need 6 extra points, I'll just take the other team and get the full payout. That's what the books don't want you to do.
Oh, yeah, they don't want you thinking that way.
Nope, they don't. Yeah, I mean, there was a bet on Alabama money line in a parlay last week that someone lost over $600,000 on it, and all they were going to make off of it was like $580,000 they bet, and all they would have made was like $100,000 to hit a parlay,
which is insane.
Doesn't make sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, not worth the risk. I struggle as soon as I start getting in the minus 140 range. There's some that I'll take at minus 145, but we start getting over that, and I'm not loving it.
I struggle with it. That's for sure.
Yeah, Absolutely.
With baseball, it's a little easier, but even then, I struggle with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where I find the highest money line I'll go is in baseball.
Yeah, I see some people, minus 275, minus 300.
Ouch.
It's like, ow.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
It's not worth it because when we look at over a range, how much you're actually going to make versus how much you risk.
Yep, I'm with you. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. We'll talk plenty more college football before Saturday, and of course, Friday we talk college football. Saturday all morning we talk college football, and so plenty more times to go over it. And of course, every day on the drive-through they'll be going over it, and I love it. It's week 7, so we still have about half the season left. Have a great day, and just remember, Carson Wentz, you suck.